It seems many things in the 2000s were trying to be edgy, whether it was comedians, cartoons, video games, your neighbor down the street who you had a crush on but she dyed her hair black and you're afraid she'll put either a curse on you or bite you. It went around like a virus. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are no stranger to this phenomenon. The 2003 cartoon was a departure from the more child-friendly tone. Me? I much prefer the original show and the 2016 iteration of the Heroes in a Half Shell. But the first reboot was not all doom and gloom. It gave us some sick character designs and this game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Game Boy Advance. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has a story mode, and an interesting one at that. I'm not necessarily talking about the actual story, but rather the ability to play the story out as one of the four turtles, who each have their own story arc. All of them have 4 stages, or acts, as they are referred to in the game. Not too many games take that approach. There are your standard 3 difficulties, easy, medium, and hard. The gameplay you see here is me playing on medium. Combat's pretty good. Most beat-em-ups are repetitive. This one has those tendencies, sure, but it does a good job of changing things up every round. It's not just punch, kick, rinse and repeat. One level you're beating up some street thugs. The next, you're playing an action scene where you're not brawling, but doing something totally different. With Raphael, for example, you race Casey on a motorcycle down the street. Michelangelo skates in a tunnel collecting crystals. Donatello flies a glider. And lastly, Leonardo's is the most fun. It's a shooter stage where you take an armored vehicle into the sewer and shoot a fleet of mousers. The action stages really shake up the gameplay a great deal. The only real issue I take with these stages is they're pretty difficult on the medium difficulty. I can't imagine playing hard on the Game Boy. You'd darn near snap the system in half. At least they're possible to beat with a little gumption. The game gives fairly generous checkpoints and infinite continues. That's always welcome. I don't believe there are that many beat-em-ups on the Game Boy Advance. The only one that comes to mind is The Incredibles, which I might cover one day. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is largely your typical beat-em-up though. No stats to increase, no RPG elements, just pure button-mashing action. Stages don't go on for too long, but they aren't too short either. Everything here feels evenly paced. It's honestly a breath of fresh air. For those of you who like beat-em-ups or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is a solid game with great variety. The sprite work looks pretty good most of the time, especially by GBA standards. This is a great game to play in short bursts. I would even go as far as to say that this is one of the best TMNT games, period. If you need a fix of TMNT on the go, I totally recommend Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Game Boy Advance.
Chain reaction, living underground, jitsu action, it's a shell of a town.